Yeah, this is a quick video on how to beat Verity in Counter. So, example 1 and 2, they only require 2 swaps, which is you need like 4 shapes. And then example 3 is the worst scenario you can get, and that requires 3 swaps, which is 6 different shapes. I always like to solve it from left to right. And the way I always do it is I know that triangle doesn't want triangles, so I'll put a triangle in the triangle one, and then I'll put a square in the square one, which will swap these two. And then I'll just put a circle in the circle one. And now I just see what's left. So I know that the triangle one doesn't want double square. So I'll take the square out, and the circle will go here, and then the square will come over here, and then they're all solved. This is basically the same, but it has like one which has double up, but it still only requires 2 moves. So I know the circle doesn't want the circle, and I know it already has a triangle, so I'll take a square. So now I know this left one is done. And then I know the middle one doesn't want a triangle, so I take a triangle out. And then I know the right one doesn't want a square, so I take the square out. So now this has a square, and this has a triangle. So this is all done. This is the hardest scenario. This requires 1 extra swap, but it's still like very basic. So you just put a square in square, and then you put a triangle in triangle, and they swap around. And then you put a circle in circle. And this circle can go to either of these, so it doesn't matter. But I always like to solve the left one first. So I'll put the circle in left. And I know it doesn't want a square. So the circle goes here. And the square comes over. And then I know that this one doesn't want a circle. And the triangle doesn't want a triangle. So they swap. And they're all done. GG, easy. So now, this is going to be how you do the inside if you're on your own. I like to call this jail. So when you're in jail, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to call out the 2D shape order. So for example, in this scenario, you will say circle, square, triangle. So circle on the left, square in the middle, triangle on the right. So that's step 1 done. Then you're going to find your own statue, so the statue of yourself, and you're going to look at what shape it's holding. So let's just say you're on the left and you're holding circle. So that would be step 2 done. You then want to get both of your own shape on your side. So if you're circle, you want the shadow at the back to be circle, circle. It will either be circle, circle to start with, which is perfect. You won't need to do anything if that's the case. But if not, then it will be like circle, square, or it'll be circle, triangle. If it's any of those, let's just say it's circle, square, you want to kill both your knights, and you want to pick up the square symbol, and you want to give that to the square person. And then the other 2 people will also do that on their sides. Once everyone has done that, the circle person should have circle, circle, the square should have square, square, and the triangle should have triangle, triangle. So that would be step 3 done. Step 4, you want to give your first shape away. So you're gonna kill an ogre to spawn new knights, and then you're gonna kill one of the knights, which is gonna drop you a circle. You want to pass that circle to anyone. It doesn't matter who. Let's just say you give it to the person in the middle, the square. Once everyone has passed their first symbol, you're gonna see text in the bottom left of your screen, like where your buffs are, and it will say the witness notices your efforts. This is gonna like kill everyone that's in jail. What we like to do in our group is you will stand next to your statue. So you would go to left. The reason you do that is because then you don't have to memorize each other's ghosts. So I will be, or you would be dead on the left, let's say. Someone will come pick your ghost up and they'll bring it back to the starting podium. And on the starting podium, there's going to be 6 of them. And the people that are dead are only going to be able to see one person. So for example, here, I can see Cola on platform 5, and I can't see anyone else on the other platforms. So the dead people will just call that out. Once all 3 ghosts have been put in the correct podiums, you'll go back into jail. So that will be step 5 done, and step 6 done. Step 7, you just want to get your other circle, and you're going to give that to the other person you haven't done already. So you already did square, so you're going to give your circle to triangle this time. Okay, so once that's done, you've given all your shapes away. So once everyone's given all their shapes away, you should now have a square and a triangle on your side. Square should have a circle and triangle, and triangle should have a circle and a square. Once that's done, you're going to kill your ogre and kill your 2 knights again. And you're going to pick those 2 symbols up, and then you're going to be able to leave through the back glass window. So that will be step 9 done. And then you just kill ads for a bit, and then 5 people are going to die, and 1 person's going to stay alive. And it's the same thing. You're just going to call out the player locations again. And then once you've done the player locations, you just rinse and repeat 2 more times, and then the encounter is done. GG.